All right, my friends. So we have we're going back to the calculator here, and what we're going to say is we have if you made $48,000 a year on average over the last 35 years. That's your 35 years of work history that Social Security uses. That means you average $4,000 a month. So if you made $48,000 a year, we're going to look at our AIM average index monthly earnings bend points. And that gives us a PIA. Remember, your AIM is just the amount that determines what your PIA is, your primary insurance amount of $1,799, or roughly $1,800. So, but remember, your AIM is not your benefit. All right, your benefit. Your benefit is your PIA at full retirement age. So your PIA is this right here. And that's the amount you will get at the age of 66 if you're born before 1960, or 67 if you're born 1960 and beyond. That's your $1,799. That will be your full retirement amount of money that you get, your primary insurance amount. So it'll be more if you wait till 70, it'll be less if you take it at 62. We can establish that. Now, let's say your spouse also worked, but she made $40,000 a year. All right, so now she makes $40,000 a year, and she has $3,300 a month, and now her AIM is $1,585. So we're just going to say between them is $1,800 and $1,600. In between that's $3,400 a year in income. A month in income. We take our trusty high-speed calculator here. We say $3,400 a month, times that by 12, and that gives us $40,800 a year in income right there. And again, now this is contingent on you retiring at your full retirement age at 66. Well, going back to the initial spreadsheet or the initial article that the Fool.com said is that we need roughly $45,000 a year in income. Well, if we have $41,000 coming from Social Security and we need $45,000, that means we need $4,000 a year. Now, I am going to use the 4% rule just for simplicity here. But again, I even challenge that because the idea that your income is going to increase each year with inflation, I think we can kiss that idea goodbye. But still, we got to start someplace. So we take $4,000, $45,000 is what we need, $41,000 is what we're going to get at full retirement age. Divide that by 0.04, and we need $100,000. That's what we need, $100,000. If you have $100,000 and you have $45,000 is your income need, you can retire. There's no other way around that. Now, people say, but I don't want to work until I'm 66. Well, in that case, we got to reduce your benefits from, let's say you retire at 62. So now we reduce our benefits by 25%. So if we're going to have 40,800 times 0.75, that means we're only going to get $30,000 a year in Social Security, which means we need $15,000 in assets a year to pay us because we're going to take Social Security early. So now we take $15,000, divide that by 0.04, which means we need $375,000. So if you have $375,000 and you're 62, you can retire. If you have $100,000 and you're 66, you can retire. And that's just a fact. Now, what if you wait till you're 70? Now, these guys right here, we got 40,800. We're going to times that by 32%. If you wait till you're 40,800 times by 32%, that means at 70, you'll have $54,000 of guaranteed income from Social Security. You only need $45,000 a year. What does that mean? You have more Social Security that's covered than your expenses would be. Who am I to say that's not legitimate? I don't know. But you notice, what is the critical factor in all this? The critical factor is not your investments. The critical factor is not really your retirement day. The critical factor is your expenditures, which is why you really got to understand your expenditures and really get a gauge of how much those are going to be. And this is why paying off your mortgage is so critical, because if you have no mortgage, I'm just telling you, you're going to have your property tax. Don't get me wrong. You're going to have your homeowner's insurance. Don't get me wrong. You're going to have your car insurance. Don't get me wrong. But the biggest expense by far is housing. And if you have no mortgage, guess what? Then your expenses drop way, way, way down. And that is a fact. I'm telling you, I know many people who live off $5,000 a year in retirement. Absolutely. Without question, without hesitation. Number one issue is they don't have a mortgage. $5,000 a year. A month. That's all they need. $5,000 a month is all they need in retirement. It can be done very simply. Now, if they're getting 40,000 from Social Security, all right, now they need 20,000 on top of that, because 5,000 a month is 60,000 a year. Divide that by 0.04. They at some point they might say, I need 800,000. I don't think so. And the reason is because you need 20,000 the first year, 20,000 maybe the second and the third, but then you need 19,000, 18,000, 16,000. And that's where I think the missive would be in financial planning, the models, because we don't have a model that will show you what happens when the expenditures start going down. We just don't. There is no financial planning software other than firecalc.com. Firecalc.com is a wonderful software tool that can show you what would be like when you retire and your income needs start dropping. But no financial planning firm is going to use that, because what if you're the exception to the rule and you actually need more money than what is estimated in terms of your money going down, your income needs going down, and then theoretically you could be sued, and no one wants that to happen. So all financial software is going to show you needing income adjusting each year for inflation. And it's too bad, because I think we're telling a lot of people to stay in some crappy old job until they have enough, 800,000, 900,000, $1 million, and we just don't need that. So again, the average retiree right now spends, we'll just say $50,000 a year. If you make $40,000 and your spouse makes $48,000 over the course of 35 years of employment, you're going to get $41,000 of Social Security, which means you need to make up a gap of $9,000 a year. And I would even argue you only need to make up that gap for 20 years. You don't need to make it up for 30, 35 years, because at 80, your expenditures are going to be less than they were at 70. At 90, your expenditures are going to be less than they were at 80. I'm telling you, I'm very, very comfortable making that argument up. So if you're 58 years old right now and all you got is $150,000 savings, but you have no mortgage, stop worrying. I'm not saying quit right now. I'm not saying do that. I am saying stop worrying and think about it. Maybe it's not going to be that bad after all. Maybe I can retire at 63. Maybe I can retire at 66. I don't know what the answer is, but don't sweat it so much. And certainly don't fall in the auspices that you need, what is this Grant Cardone guy? You need $10 million. And what the heck was that? This guy came on my feed on Facebook or LinkedIn or something like that. You need $10 million to retire. It's like, dude, what? Well, the reason is, of course, because if you don't have $10 million, he'll show you how to get it. Anyway, so I hope this helps, my friends. As always, I'll probably do another video every 3 months or so on this, because it's so critically important for people to understand, and I just don't think they do. And the old videos I do can get lost in the shuffle, because I do a lot of videos, and this is probably the most important one. Stay tuned next time, because I am going to do a video on what to do for healthcare, because that is a big concern. I get that a lot. I'm only 60 years old, for instance. Medicare doesn't kick in at 65. What do I get my health care? So we're going to talk about that here today as well. So subscribe down below. Subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified for future content, please. The bell is always helpful. And then go to the blog at heritagewealthplanning.com, heritagewealthplanning.com. You'll get the pop-up for my book, free, The Tax Bomb in Your Retirement Account. So you can get it free until Monday on Amazon Kindle. The paperback copy only costs $5.99, so by all means, get the paperback copy so you can highlight. You got 30 tables in here, 30 tables just like, there's 3 of them right there, just like that, 30 tables in there. You're going to want to bust out your highlighter. I don't have one, to start highlighting and marking up, because it's pretty good. And then thumbs up. I need thumbs up. That helps the YouTube algorithms to recognize people like the content. And then, of course, don't forget to comment down below. Lastly, and I'm just going to start throwing this out there because I'm starting to get some emails. If you want to know how to work with me, just go to Heritage Wealth. I'll put a link into the services tab I have, and you can see how my fees are. If you want to look at that, just click on the link, and you can decide for yourself if it's worth your time. You can do that for sure. So I look forward to seeing you next time on the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel. And don't forget to go to the blog at heritagewealthplanning.com. Thanks, guys.